5 years old, I played piano lessons and stuff, and I think when I was 11 or 12, I was in my first band playing the keys. And we didn't have a bass player, so I have to do the bass with the left hand and the right hand like a piano, and so we can make some music. But from 12 years old, we're playing in the bands in several villages. I grew up with blues and soul and funk, my parents, and also a little bit country, but my father and mother also had the Beatles and the Stones, so every type of music. But in that day, I love blues playing, but with the guys, they liked like rock music, the Bon Jovis and Guns N' Roses. So hearing it all the time, it became my heroes, because if you hear the music all the time, you just you will love it. And I'm not interested in one special type of music. I'm interested in the whole music. Yeah, but all the types of music has other emotions, and when I hear like the blues, I have like, oh yeah, then it was then, and if I hear Bon Jovi, I always go back like, oh okay, that was cool. But every type of music has other emotions and other feelings to me. So also in the past, I have different kind of feelings about the bands and the music, but not one is good or something. It's always important for me. Yeah.
I started at 8, but I wasn't into jazz. I mean, I sang for quite a few years before discovering jazz, and I was experimenting with R&B and pop music. And after all, at 15, while already being classically trained, I decided, okay, I want to check out how to improvise and really learn this and be a jazz cat. Jazz can allow an artist to be very versatile. Like once you know jazz, you can easily play rock music, pop music, even contemporary music, depending on how far you are extending your practice. Like if you're serious about it, there's no boundaries for you as a musician. I'm thrilled at the sight, and I could get so romantic. It's something I surround myself with every day for, let's say, 8 to 10 to 12 hours. It's an intrinsic part of my existence. I breathe it, let's say. It helps me stay healthy. I can even say that if I'm on vacation and I can really not practice because of circumstances, just like having to attend a lot of events, it bugs me. It gets me to a level of anxiety I cannot tolerate. So I need music. Yeah.
Probably for guitar, my favourite player would be Jimi Hendrix, but I don't try and cover him because I'm not good enough. first I got a bass guitar when I was like 13, and then when I was maybe 15 I got the guitar. And yeah, that was just kind of teaching myself and picking it up. There's some projects which I've done for one-off gigs. There was like an ESN, you know ESN, the thing. There was a music project for them where maybe 20 or 30 musicians came together for one gig, and there were different combinations of people doing each song. I've tried to make bands, but they never really took off. Like, we would have a few rehearsals, maybe one gig, but musicians are lazy people and we're difficult to organise, so it never really got going. I think when I was only playing piano, I wasn't that engaged because I was having the lessons, and when you have lessons it's not always as enjoyable as when you teach yourself, so maybe I wasn't so connected with it then, and I would play like once a week on the day of my lesson just to do enough to not annoy the teacher. But I don't know, I always felt it was kind of a nice thing to do still, so I don't think I ever considered dropping it. I keep my guitar and my bass right next to me all the time, so if I get a little idea in my head, or if I just, fuck it, I want to play something, I can.